Right, YouTube's, it's like 3 o'clock Sunday. I finally got caught up, almost 3 o'clock, 2:55. Whew. What a week. I think it's been the hottest summer on record since I've been alive. You guys know that. You guys are out there humping. I'm gonna get my ass up the coast. And I know how lucky I am to live right here on the coast highway. It's redonkulous. And I take advantage of it all the time. You guys see my videos. I mean, why ride that way when I could go this way? And I always do. And look at that, third gear, you could go for 1,000,000 miles an hour. The Milwaukee 8's been good, man. I almost got 50,000 miles on this bike. We're getting there. I was thinking about doing a big old makeover on it at 50K, but I'm such a cheap ass, I can't part with my money. Like, I'll click on like cool shit, put it in my basket, and then delete it. There's cool shit like the Galfer brake rotors. I'm just gonna wait till these wear out and then I'll upgrade it. I'm definitely gonna go with the gold inner fork tubes. Because the tubes that stick out where the forks actually ride on, they are getting pitted in the back, and maybe I'll make a video and show you guys that. So they do wear out, and I'm debating if I want to go 2 inches over or not, which would make it a little higher. I need to do a little more research on it, or if anybody watches this and knows the pros and cons of two over on the forks, let me know. I'd appreciate some intel on it. I mean, I ride more twisty roads and single lane roads than I do cruising on the highway. And I have no complaints about this Showa front end, so it tells you I probably don't know how to ride very well, because this stuff's fine for me. I do have a Fox Roland Sands design 13.5-inch shock in the back, and it's been phenomenal. And you can adjust it from soft, medium, or hard. So you go in the twisties and you just flip a switch to hard, make it stiffer. And when I go out on my trips, you know, where I got all the camping gear, I'll set it on the soft, and just for normal, most of the time, like right now, I have it on medium. And it's a simple selector switch on that shock. And that's been a good rear shock at a reasonable price, so that one's been good. I don't know squat about the front end suspension. There is things I want to do at 50K on this bike, though, to hopefully give it some longevity. Is I want to do the wheel bearings, clutch plates, probably change out the compensator with the star compensator. Even though I don't have horsepower built into this motor, the stock one should be fine, but they do wear out, so I need to take a look at that. Probably the clutch cable, upper and lower, wear stuff, you know, wear items. Fork fluid's getting changed at 50, brake fluid again, so it will be 2 years. I might see about digging out that fuel filter and changing it out. It looks like a pain in the ass, but I get Murphy'd on everything else all day long at work. Might as well go for the fuel filter too, right? Or maybe I just replace the whole fuel filter assembly and it's just pull out, bolt in. And that's just a money thing. It's like, yeah, I might do that. I've ridden the value out of this bike, so once you get the miles over a certain level, yeah, deuces down, brothers, all the way. Once you get over a certain mileage on a motorcycle, the resale value is at the bottom. So I'm gonna keep this thing on the road because I like it. I got the ergos set up for me that are so good. Look at that, deuces down. Yeah, I wrote the song and I sang the song, so I might as well preach what I sing, right? But yeah, so there's no value in this bike unless you can find someone to buy it, but I love it. The ergos for myself, I'm 6'1", and with hey, there we go. These are the 13-inch Lucky Daves, 13.5-inch Lucky Daves bars. And I got the BMC Widowmaker 2 inches back. It is perfect. I've never been so, and I got mid controls on this bike. I've never been so comfortable on a motorcycle like I have on this bike. So I wouldn't want to trade it up for like a road glide or a street glide, you know, a bagger. And if you ride those and ride these Softails with the rear suspension setup, for the type of riding I do up in the twisties and stuff, I'd have to spend a lot of money to set a bagger up to not be scraping all the time, whereas this does not. And this is set up for like my riding style, so I wouldn't want to do it. I couldn't trade up for a Pan America because I talk too much shit about that bike. Hopefully they've worked all the bugs out of it. The parasitic drains on the battery, the Christmas trees lighting up on the panel, the fuel pumps. I heard some velocity stacks melted on those bikes and seized the motors up. All kinds of stuff. It's all speculation, allegedly. Look at all the deuces. Everybody's deuces downs today, which is cool. And yeah, so I probably wouldn't get that. If I was going to get another bike, I'd probably get a Honda Africa Twin, or the Yamaha Tenere 700. That'd be my two bikes I would look at. But I would keep this bike for sure. Even if I got to drop a bunch of money into rebuilding this engine at some point, I'd probably do that if the crank run out's not too bad, or even if it is, you could throw a new crank in there. My dream goal would be to try to get this bike to 100,000 miles. We'll see. Time will tell. I'm not planning mega riding this year. And there's reasons for that I'm not going to talk about on here. Hopefully next year is shaping up good, and I'll be able to get out there and do some stuff. Yeah, deuces, baby. Yeah, I'm batting 100% on the deuces down. One hundo today. We might be able to, yeah, maybe I'll play a clip of that song on here while we're riding. So I made the song Deuces Down, get your deuces down. But that's it for my rant pretty much. Yeah, brother. Oh, the fresh air feels so good. Put that down and chat. So yeah, remember what I was going to chat about now, especially for the younger mechanics. Dude, I had one of those weeks where I was late on the deuces. I had one of those weeks where, man, I was just Captain Recall again. And it happens. And you guys know that. We just don't make videos about it that much. We always make videos about the victories in HVAC and refrigeration. We rarely, and I'm speaking in general terms for a lot of the creators, we rarely are showing our bad weeks on YouTube, but every single season that I can remember, I'll have a week or two where I swear, dude, I go dough brain or I can't fix nothing. Or at least it feels that way. And this morning I got back out to the place on that drink cooler, and hopefully you guys will see that video. It was a 3-door true drink cooler. And I found the problem, but man, I had to dig. My brain was going, I think the cap tubes are partially restricted, and they weren't. They were not. But I got to the bottom of it, and I got it figured out. And I didn't charge the customer. You know, I'm solid guy, honest guy. And I went out there and I found the problem and I fixed it. I didn't charge them. I wanted to fix it. I wanted to find the problem myself. Hello there. I wanted to find the problem and fix it. And I did. You'll have to watch the video to see what it is, and I'll get that posted up after this video. And I'll get days where it gets like that and it stays on my mind, and I just go to shit. Almost like an OCD deal. I don't know if you guys get that way too, but leave a comment. and it just eats at me like Pac-Man. And I wish I could go 24/7 and just get out there and fix it and get it out of my head. But I was able to go out there this morning and get it done. It felt good. Woo, little cloud vapor. But I wanted to talk about that. I swear, every season I get a week or two where I just go to crap. And man, I'm glad I went home, did a bunch of chores, helped the wife out. Now I'm out on the bike, so I was almost gonna post one up on there. Who's got the good cocaine? Help a brother out. That I was getting that defeated. I was like, damn. All joking aside, though, I was getting tooled. But it's good to get out on the bike and straighten it out and talk to the microphone. And it's like my therapy. Oh, we've had waves all summer. It finally went flat. June was epic, and then half of July we've had surf, which usually in summertime here, it's really small on the waves. So it's been a good summer for surf. And like I said at the beginning of the video, it's been the hottest summer. Those guys out in the Central Valley are getting their asses kicked in California. It's been like 105, 108, 110, 113, 108, 110, 105, 113 over and over since June. And I think they probably set the record for the hottest summer easily. And I might pull the forecast out. I think they're still getting clobbered out there. Here on the coast, it cools off because the ocean's like a swamp cooler. It's like evaporative cooler, so the wind comes in, the ocean's like 58 degrees, and as long as there's wind pushing, it keeps it cooled off. And the further you go inland, the hotter it gets. Oh, I got some kite surfers out there. Cool stuff. But I like to get up the coast, take advantage of it. I live right here. People come from all over the world to travel this stretch of coast here in California, and I get to do it daily if I want to. So I've loved it as a kid growing up, coming up here and surfing all these surf breaks. This one here is called Scott Creek. Wintertime it'll get real big, and then summertime it'll get smaller, but the wind will pick up and the guys will kite surf. And there's just all kinds of surf breaks up the coast here that are just amazing. So sharing a bunch today, so we'll keep it going. But I love this bike. I'm gonna try and see if I can get it to a Husky. I think that would be kind of a cool goal if we can get this thing to 100K. So far I broke the belt on it. I don't think that was Harley Davidson's fault. The highway I was on had a ton of rocks, so it went on the tow truck for that. And then I got one flat tire coming back from the EDR, which was my fault. The tire was way past the wear bars, so I basically rode down to Baja, California on a bald tire, and it went flat on the way back home in San Gabriel, Pasadena area. That was on me. So as far as Harley Davidson goes, the bike's been great. The fuel gauge, the speedometer will fog up. It has that problem, and sometimes the fuel indicator will get erratic, so I think the float in there gets a little squirrely. Other than that, the bike's been flawless. It'll be a good bike. I could cruise at 100 miles an hour all day long if I want to, and this one's old enough to where I don't have the cutout. I can get up to 125 miles an hour on this bike before the electronics will cut me out. But there's no need to go that fast. Come on. That's just when you're goofing off. I appreciate it. Hit the like button if you liked it. Look at all the kite surfers. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And then keep in tune for that video about the drink cooler. Oh, what do I got? Windsurfers? I got the pelicans coming. Come on, pelicans.